Hello everybody, this is your phonics lesson today for Monday, February 22nd. Okay, so last week for phonics we learned about the long A sound and ways to get the long A sound without the magic key. So last week we talked about AI, when two vowels go walking, the first one does the talking. And what was the other way to get long A? Y. Yes. The Y is a vowel in that pair. When two vowels go walking, the first one does the talking. So these both say A. That was last week. Okay, so now we're going to move on to E, long E. Now we've worked before with long E with the magic E, but there aren't very many words that do that. So a lot of them are names. Here's one that does it with the magic E, the silent E on the end. So we have th, e's, these. Okay, so now this week we're going to learn some new ways to make the long E sound. You can see them behind me as I'm moving back and forth. Okay, so let's look. I'm going to turn that off just for a second. And then let's look at this card. So this card shows ways for us to get the magic E sound. So we have, not the magic E sound, sorry boys and girls, the long E sound. So one way was here where we have the E, consonant magic E. We've already learned that way. Okay, in the middle here we have EA together. EA together says E. Two vowels go walking, the first one does the talking. Double E, when you have two E's, it says E. One E, in a small word where the E is at the end, the E will usually say E. And we'll talk about what kind of words those are. Because usually if E's by itself, it says eh, it's a short. But when it's at the end of a word, it can say E. Okay. Y at the end of a word can say E sometimes, like bunny, ends with a Y, funny. And then IE, wait a minute, didn't we say when two vowels go walking, the first one does the talking? So that should say I, but sometimes it can say E. So when you're sounding out a word, if you see the IE, you can try I and E. I don't know why. And then the EY together also says E. Okay, and that's a lot. This week we're going to have spelling words that have the EA and the EE and then the E on the end. Short words with E on the end. Those are the ones we're going to look at. We're also going to practice reading ones with IE. There probably might be some Y that says E. All right, so let's look. So our spelling, we have three ways we're going to be talking about mainly this week for phonics. And I added the IE because we're going to look at a couple words just so we can see where that's used when it says E. Okay, so over here I have the E, just an E. Those are those short little words that have the E on the end, and they say E. So think about, like, if we talk about ourselves, we say I or me. There's one, me. So we'll do, it's M-E, me. See, it's those kind of words that E says E. If I say, let me be, B is B-E. Okay. Another one would be we. Both of us, we. W-E. Sometimes the words that have the E sound have double E, so those will go over here. Think about the word see. I see. That has the E-E in it. Oh, how about he? Has one E. And she. So it's those kinds of words that we have one E and it says E. Now let's look at double E. Now, when we think of words and they have the long E sound, most of the time this is how they're spelled. Okay? There's no magic way to know if it's going to be EE or EA. So eventually you just learn words and then you know how to spell them. When you don't, you're going to have to kind of guess which one you think it's going to be. Okay, so like, let's see, EE. So we talked about C. And that doesn't have a letter on the end. Feet. Let's see. E. T. Eat. Feet. Another one could be greet. Like if I greet you, I say, hi, my name is Mrs. Leptak. Ger. So G-R. E-E-T. Greet. Now I'm going to give you one that, let's see, it's meat. When I say the word meat, what do you think of? Okay, some of you said something you eat, like meat that you eat. And then the other meat, I think somebody said when you meet somebody new, like hi, kind of like greet, but you meet somebody. Okay, so the meet, like you meet somebody, would be spelled with E-E. Eat. And then the meat you eat is spelled with an E-A. Eat. So there's two different meats, and they're spelled different, and they mean different things. This one has the word eat in it, and this is the meat you eat, like steak or hamburger, chicken. And this is meat like you meet somebody. So there's two different meats. That works a lot with different words. Deer can be spelled both ways. Like deer with an E-E are like animals, the animals you see. Deer. And then deer with an E-A-R is like when you write a letter, dear so-and-so. Or you are such a dear. That means you're so nice. Okay, let's look at some more EAs. How about this one? Can you read this one for me? Remember, this right here says E. Mean. Mean. A mean old ogre. Okay, let's do another E one with an EA. Sound it out as I write it. Eat. Treat. And one more. Bean. Bean. Okay, so when two vowels go walking, the first one does the talking. E, 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 E. Same here. E, 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 E. And these all say E. Okay, sometimes IE is in a word that says E. I'm going to show you a couple. Like ch, E, and it's spelled I-E. F, chief, like a fire chief, is spelled with an I-E. This one has two parts. It has two syllables. Let me change my color. So we have this word, be, and then the next part is leave, believe. And do one more. Thief. When you see IE, you're probably going to try the I sound first, and that's good, and that's okay, because I-E can say I. Sometimes it says E. So if you try I and it doesn't sound right, because if you did this one, you'd go chife, and you'd know that's not a word, so then you would try E. Chief. All right, let's see if we can read these words. They all say E. Ready? Me, be, we, he, she. See, feet, greet, meet, dear. Meet, dear, mean, treat, bean. Chief, believe, thief. They all say E. Why don't you practice reading? Pick a row and read the row of words to yourself. Okay. Very good. All right, so now let's look at what we're going to do today. You have your two phonics pages if you need to pause me. One has the bee and sheep, and on the back it has a feast. And then you have this cut and glue. Okay. All right, so let's look at this one. We're going to start with the bee side and the sheep, the bee and the sheep. Okay, and at the top, it shows at the very top, really kind of little up here, it has EE. So all of our words on this page have EE as their spelling for the long E sound. Let me get there. I did save it for myself. All right, so while you're waiting for mine to come up, what I want you to do is everywhere where you see lines, put two E's in those spaces. So like right here, it starts with a capital B. I want you to put two E's right here, and then do it again here. And do that all the way through. EE in all the spaces. I'm going to make mine smaller and do the same thing. Little lines with two E's in each one. Okay, and then I need you to do one more thing for me because I noticed something and I didn't fix it on them. After the, do you see this one right here, the SHEE? I need you to put a P at the end. The P got the P was missing. It should have a P on there. Okay, so everywhere where you wrote EE, remember what that says. E. So we have bee and sheep. That's their names, so they're capitalized. Because in the story, they're capitalized too. So let's read the story about a bee and sheep. Bee and sheep got in their Jeep. They drove all night and didn't sleep. One wheel fell off and rolled away. They beeped the horn the rest of the way. It's just a funny little poem about bee and sheep. Okay, I want you to pause me and read that one more time to yourself. See if you can be quicker this time when you read it. Okay, good job. I'm going to read it again, and I'm going to show you how I got more fluent. The second time I'm reading it, I am more fluent. I can read it a little quicker. Bee and sheep. Bee and sheep got in their Jeep. They drove all night and didn't sleep. One wheel fell off and rolled away. They beeped the horn the rest of the way. Okay, that's silly, isn't it? Okay, let's go to the other side. This one's called a feast. So what two letters are we going to put in the empty spaces for our long E sound on this side? E-A. Okay, so go through and put your E-A's, and then after you do that, I want you to read the story. So you're going to pause me. You're going to put E-A in each space, and then I want you to read it. The E-A that you're writing says E. Okay, so pause me and do that. Okay, you're probably back and you've done your EA and you've read it, hopefully, if you're following my directions. There were a lot more of them on this one, wasn't there? Okay, as you're looking and watching me, look at what I did here and here. Fix it on yours if you need to capitalize your E. Because I saw a period, I wrote E and then I saw a period, so I knew this was the new sentence, so I changed it to capital. Oop. Trying to erase that. And you need to do the same thing if you didn't put capital. And then again, here's a period, so this needs to be a capital. Okay, and it was called A Feast, so we're going to read it again together this time. I'll try to read it a little quick so you can try to build your fluency. A feast. A big meal is a treat. Eat some beans and meat. Drink a sea of tea. Eat some, oh, that has EA in it. Breed. Eat some, what do we do? Let's try the short E. Bread. Yes. Eat some bread, whole wheat. Then have a heap of peas. Last, have peaches and cream. Now your plate is clean. So we had that EA there, and then it didn't say E. Remember, some words don't always follow the phonics rules. Remember when we had the word head? That had EA, but it says head. So that can say sometimes too. Whoops. Okay. So that's something you can practice reading. If you want to go through and highlight or circle your long E words, you can do that. Keep practicing it. That's how you become better and better at what we're doing. All right, so for our cut and glue, let's look at what we have here. We have some dragons, and we have EA, that's going to say E. And then we have EE, that's going to say E. What's this? AI, does that say E? No, that says A. Did we learn that last week, right? So it's good review. Okay, so I would like you to color. You need to take 3 different colors if you have colors at home. If not, it's okay. So if you have 3 different colors, you could pick one color for your EA. So I'm going to do yellow for my EA. And then another color for your EE, and a third color for your AI. Okay, and then what you do is you highlight those words down at the bottom so you know which column that they're going to go into. So EA words down here, I'm yellow. So you just go and you look for EA. You don't have to color the whole box. There's no reason for that. You just color in the word. Whoop, what did it do? Changed on me. Goodness gracious. Oh, I missed one here, didn't I? So that's how you're going to do it. Then you would do your second color. My second color was my teal color for EE. Oh, don't know why it does that. And then your AI. Okay, so then when you're done with that, if you don't have colors, it's okay. You can just cut and glue. So you're going to cut those words out and you're going to glue them into the correct column, okay? Now that part is how you finish it, but the important part when you're done is you need to go through and practice reading those words. Okay, so when you get your EAs all in the EA column, then you can go through and read them. Eat, read, see, each. Then you do the same for your EEs. And then your AIs, which say A, wait. Okay, I'm not going to read them all because I want you to do it. You're going to cut and glue. If you do not have glue or you're not able to cut and glue, you might have to write instead of cutting. Look at the word and then write it in the box where it needs to go. So you'll just do writing instead of cutting and gluing. Okay, so when you are finished with this one, make sure you send it to your teacher, okay? And it would be great if you keep practicing reading your long E stories. All right, boys and girls, you did a great job. And when we introduced our long E with spelling EE, EA, and then E can say E too. All right, have a great Monday, and I will see you tomorrow for phonics. Goodbye.